As promised, I have a secondary example for you here. And we're going to go into a high school math class, and I have to play my game, which is who, how long have they been together, and what is something special that you notice in this 2-minute clip. Here we go.
How many blues are there? 2, 8 over 30. No, so we took one marble, so our total changes. Okay? Question?
No.
Let's reduce one of these just so we make sure that we know how to reduce them if we want to. Let's reduce part B. If I wanted to reduce part B, what do I have there? 2 over 30?
2 over 30. Si tenemos que reducir 2 arriba de 30, ¿cómo vamos a reducirlo? Okay. On your calculator, 2 divided by 30. Get the decimal first. Okay. Math. Frac. Enter. 1 over 15 is your reduced fraction.
The number 2 goes into both of those evenly. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 30 15 times. So you can reduce that to 1 over 15.
These are equivalent. They're worth the same thing. So if you write 2 over 30, it's the same as 1 over 15. However, if it's a multiple choice question, si es una pregunta con 4 respuestas, es posible que 1 arriba de 15 va a ser una de las respuestas. Y tú tienes que saber que es la forma reducida de esto. Alright? That's what we talked about before about reducing fractions. Okay? Alright? Preguntas? Alright.
The only thing I want to mention before moving on is be careful. Some of you guys that I help, we're still in the habit of keeping the same number on the bottom. Remember when you see these words, not replaced or without replacement. Remember your bottom number will decrease by 1, will go down by 1. Okay, because we're not putting it back. So just remember that. I think we're just in the habit from Friday of keeping that. Why don't we start with just a general?
All right. So let's make a quick decision vote if you think that the blonde is the ESOL teacher, wave. ESL. If you think that the brunette is the ESL teacher, wave. If you don't have enough evidence, okay. How long have they been together? A long time. 3 years, the magic number. They've been together for 3 years. Every year, what's beautiful about their partnership, every year a new content area was added. So it was first algebra, then geometry. So they really got to learn each other. And Claudette, the ESL teacher, the blonde, got to learn both Spanish. She self-taught Spanish math language, so she could offer that immediate intervention if needed in Spanish. And she also relearned high school math. And what is something special that you noticed? Yes?
I noticed that after the blonde did her routine or whatever and said what she had to say, and then she trying to say it in Spanish, the other lady kind of came behind it and like reworded it for those who didn't understand it the first time, who didn't get it in Spanish, could maybe get it the third time. So
Yes.
like she said it like plainer, simpler, whatever. So the higher thinkers got it the first time, the Spanish children, Hispanic children got it the second time, and then like the third time, the slower thinkers got it that time.
And she was the math teacher who was actually more focused on the language of mathematics than you would expect maybe, or maybe I had my own biases or preconceived notions. I noticed a role reversal here. The ESL teacher was very comfortable on the smartboard with the calculator. She was teaching the math portion. And it was the math teacher who kept pointing out, when you see these words, and she was more focused on, at least in these 2 minutes, on the language of mathematics.
When you become, or when you have more time with someone, you guys both learn so much from
Yes.
each other that the classroom teacher all of a sudden becomes like an ESL expert as
Absolutely.
well. And the ESL teacher becomes the classroom or content teacher
Yes.
because you're getting used to being with each other and learning the same things, and your lessons almost become, like we did this last year, and so you kind of know the things to do.
Absolutely. So that's the true beauty of this looking at it as a two-way street. Not that here's the content teacher and I need to come in to help. So I hope that you're completely revamping your thinking about ESL as a co-taught or collaborative model in which everybody benefits and both teachers truly learn from each other. Okay, the other thing that I'd like to point out about this partnership is that they created a new model. Can you come up again, be my co-teacher? We're going to do a dance. You wanted to do a dance.
We're getting used to each other.
I know. We're going to be really co-teachers at the end. So we're going to do a dance for you. We're going to reenact the dance that these two teachers did for 42 minutes. They spent about 5 minutes together. Smartboard, stepping in and out. Let's do the step in and out. I step in. You step in. I'll step in. Okay. So they were taking turns for about 5 minutes in front of the class. You saw that. That's okay. We're good. We're good. And the beauty of it was, even though Maria and I trained these two teachers, they invented an 8th model for themselves. And that was a variation on Model 1. It was not one teach on purpose. It was 2 teach on purpose. So we're going to do the dance. You go there, I go there. So now we're both teaching on purpose. You're helping that table, I'm helping this table. We're floating around, but both of us. And then about 5 or 6 minutes later, we come back and do another 5 minutes here, Model 2. Then we go out there and now help students as needed for 5 minutes, then we come back. The entire 40-minute period. I've never seen anything like this. And they said, well, this made sense to them. Did you notice how the classroom was set up as if it was half a wagon wheel? The seats were like this, so that they could float in and out. Again, I've never seen anything like that, and I felt so affirmed that this is what I'm hoping to see. Not fidelity, thank you. Fidelity is not, okay, I have to use these 7 models. Fidelity is, how can I best meet the needs of my kids? It's all about the kids. And even though they did not do a lot of group work, and that was one coaching question I had, I noticed you did not do any group work. I was wondering if group work is ever part of your co-teaching partnership. This was their main go-to model. And they swore by this, that this is what worked for them. And who am I to tell them you're not doing well enough? You're doing really well by the kids. They're learning, they're engaged. They have to have ownership of what they're doing. Okay, hopefully one more secondary will come up. The system is going in and out today for some reason. You're going to see a high school biology. It's only a minute when it comes up. Okay, here we go. Same questions. Who is who? How long have they been together? And what is something special that happens here?
So again, like I said, if you're talking about something like active transport, we need energy in order for that to happen. But passive transport across the cell membrane doesn't take any energy.
Can I jump in again, guys, on the stage? Guys, when I'm looking at this, what I wanted to think is that if you read these words on the Regents exam, if you read ATP, if you saw the word active, if you saw the word sunlight, you might think of a lot of things, but the most important thing that I want you to realize, that question has something to do with energy, okay? So sometimes, even though you got all these words, and you might not understand what all of them are, if you can pick out something really, really specific, really close, and you know that it has something to do with energy, that might be your answer, okay? So try to make these connections with these words, so that way you know that how they have something to do with one another. Alrighty?
All right, so that was it. I collected 53 clips that day on that location, and this happens to be, not that I want to play favoritism, but this is a favorite for a couple of reasons. What did you notice? Who is who? The second is the ESL teacher who talks about, how many of you think so? The second one was talking about test-taking strategies, language. Okay, how many of you think that the first one was the ESL teacher leading the do now? Okay. What's your evidence? Just a gut feeling? Or- Yeah? Okay. All right, how long have they been together? Not long. What's your evidence for that? Yes, yes. Can I interrupt? May I interrupt you? That's what one teacher said to the other. And the point of the story is the teacher who interrupted the other, very politely, is the biology teacher who is interrupting the ESL teacher in the bio lab in her own territory. And the bio teacher has been there for 20 years. The ESL teacher is brand new. So it's very special for me to see this kind of dynamic emerging. That the bio teacher, who is very well established, allows the ESL teacher to take the lead. And the do now is the perfect place to really transition into that. Because the do now often is a review of the previous lesson or some kind of more generic skill-based activity. So how to balance out who leads, who takes the back seat for a moment, how do we juggle that partnership? So this was very special to see that. Yet, you must have noticed that the bio teacher has so many ESL skills already under her belt. And the ESL teacher will have to relearn high school bio. There's no other way around it. What did you want to add? I thought somebody had a hand up.
Oh, I was just, I don't know, like, when the bio teacher started talking after she said, like, if you mind if I interrupt you or whatever, it seemed like the ESL teacher just, like, went away.
Yes.
Instead of, like, them staying up there, like, just because she interrupted didn't mean that she had to get off the
Yes,
stage.
of the
You
stage.
know what I mean? You know, this, like, it didn't seem like it was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing something wrong, like, I'll get out of the way.
Yes, yeah. You're very insightful. That was very, very insightful. That there was that movement of, okay, she actually even put her hand up. Yeah, did I do something wrong? Like a little bit of that uncertainty, which again points to a new partnership here. Yes.
Okay, I'll address that. It happens a lot in our classroom. We have to turn out all the lights for the projector to be effective. So the only light in the classroom is usually what's at the front or if the kids are sitting back in the window. So we do that. I do that a lot with my co-teachers because that's the only place the kids can see you talking. So that might have been the situation there. The essence that I had because I'm ESL, I would not have been able to interject that this has to do with energy. That's where I thought that has to be the biology teacher.
Yeah, and she was more concerned about the Regents exam. Exactly. What's on the exam? So if you look at it closely, she was like a test-taking strategy which was very content-specific. But yet, you must have noticed already balancing out their knowledge and skills.